points in the game.
They say games are played on the field and not on paper, and that's a good thing. Because if this one were played on paper, it might get ugly, but you never know what's going to happen. Welcome to the home of the Ohio State Buckeyes, Columbus, Ohio, and the old horseshoe on the banks of the Olentangy. As we'll see a team from the American, the Rice Owls, taking on a team from the playoff a year ago, the Ohio State Buckeyes. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. The Buckeyes have... Waiting, and finally the moment is coming and the opening of the season. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So Rice's offense will go to work first. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. Give to the running back. Tackle is made at the 28 after a pickup of 3.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the... Tackle him, wear him out, sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20-yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
Fires to the tight end. They'll spot the ball at the 34 as he goes out of bounds right there.
It's so important that this offense is able to stay on schedule. And what that means is keeping third downs manageable. That last completion to the tight end accomplished just that. Really nice play.
And the defense stands up this offensive line and stuffs him right at the line of scrimmage. He didn't get it. Rice will be forced to send out the punt unit. 3 and out, and just like that, they'll have to give it up. Catches it cleanly at the 20. They're able to put a stop to that return right at the 30-yard line. So the Ohio State Buckeyes offense will have its first possession of the game. And Jesse, if there is an old war horse, a real war daddy in the training facility, here he is, back to run the show again.
That's a great point, and there is no substitute for experience. There is a lot of expectation for this football team and for this offense because of that guy. And because of all the big stages and all the big moments he's already played through in his career. A lot of people are really excited, David, because he has seen a lot of ball.
All the ball, all the defenses, has rid the emotion of being really high and really low. And so those experience, those scars, they matter. They trust in him, and everybody on this offense is looking to him.
To the air on second down. It's complete on the right side. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line.
You know, it's a nice throw by the QB there. When you're throwing to running backs, you got to make it easy on them. So you want to put it right on their body, make the catch simple, and let them go to work like they did just there, getting that first.
Wants to go up top on first down. Extending the play. And he'll just get rid of that one. Let's talk just for a second about Ohio State. They had quite the ride last year, made it to the semifinals, couldn't finish the deal. Regression or redemption?
And today we're going to find out, and that's what's cool. Last year did not finish the way they wanted to, but they did get to the playoff. That is an accomplishment. Now, did that raise the level of intensity for these guys for a whole offseason, Jesse, and do they come out better?
I think it has. I think the sense of urgency on this team has actually gone up. There were a lot of people patting them on the back last year. Yeah, you didn't win it all, but you made it to the playoff. Nice job. They're hungrier than they were a season ago. Let's see if that shows itself here today.
Working that left side now. Boy, did he look as if he was going to go. Gets it down to the 37. They built this offense around finding mismatches and just get the ball to the back and let him do his thing.
Yeah, it didn't have to be long down the field like it.
Turning it on! Just making a play, getting it to the 23-yard line. It'll be first down. The Buckeyes come to the line with a new set of downs. Leaves it with the back. There to stop him after a pickup of 1 to the 22.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
Caught over the middle. It's late. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. From the gun on third down. Hauls it in. They make the tackle, but he's got a fresh set of downs, and it's first and goal from the 7. And the Buckeyes headed quickly to the line. A first down run in the red zone. He pushes his way down to the 4 as they get closer and closer. Now on second and goal. Back to pass. He wants it all. Touchdown, Buckeyes! Quick strike through the air for the score. They draw first blood, and that is... exactly what you want to open the season with a drive like that.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now in game.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Rice has the ball back, and they're ready to send the offense back to the field. They went 3 and out on their first possession, now to see if they can be more productive this time around. Hand off to the lone back. Running into the open space. He'll get it across the 30-yard line. They'll mark him out of bounds at the 32 as this offense is trying to do some work.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
And the Owls with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. The give to the back. They stop him cold, maybe gets a yard to the 34.
Well, I think the defense is expecting here on third down that this running back's going to get it again. Got it on first, had a nice carry, got it on second. Now he set him up in third and short. You've got to be physical here and make sure this guy goes backwards.
Rice will be forced to send out the punt unit. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. He'll field the punt and take it back. That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Wide receiver comes in motion. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Wide open downfield. He's loose. He's at the 10. He was working his way toward that goal line. They'll stop him at the 2 after the big play up top.
And this defense is figuring out early in this football game, man, they've got to be dialed in because this passing attack, it's lethal because they get it to their speedsters, and after the catch, they're really good. Got to tighten up the...
And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Ohio State.
And how about this offense? Man, they must have used fall camp perfectly. Coming out firing on all cylinders, smooth, in a rhythm. Great start to the year by this offense.
Getting set for the point after. And the extra point makes it 14-0. Well, they didn't exactly milk the clock on that drive, did they? 2 plays and into the end zone for the touchdown. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Rice takes over the Owls, ready to get that offense cooking again. They've gotten off to a sluggish start and need to put something together on this drive. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. He'll loft one deep down the left side. And that one falls incomplete, trying to get a chunk play on that one.
Looks to me on that deep ball like he was forcing it a little bit. You got to be careful as a quarterback. You're not trying to outduel the other guy who just threw a touchdown pass. You're just trying to win the game. So just execute the plays. The ball goes to who it's designed to go to. If that means you got to turn around and hand it off, then that's what you got to do. But I think on that last deep ball, QB forcing it a little bit.
These little gains can start to add up as he gets it up to the 34.
We love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
Hang on, Swoopy. The Buckeye crowd alive on third down. Plows through the defense. Oh, he's got some space. Such a big part to convert these third downs, and they've got it at the 42.
It was so important this offense was able to find a way to get in the rhythm, and the running game is now helping that. 2 straight punts on their previous 2 drives. This drive, though, they're having a little bit more success. Big reason why is this running back. He's been able to find some creases to run through, and it's really helping out this offense.
This offense has got to get this thing going, man. Nowhere to go. Where do you want the running back to go? He gets tackled for a loss. Offensive line has to block better. They got to create some holes. They've gone nowhere. Several drives, no points. They need something to go right for this offense.
Pretty good effort on that one to work his way up to the 42.
And this fullback, he's a part of the running attack. It's not just going to be tailbacks carrying the football. The fullback, he can do some work as well running between the tackles. He showed you there.
3rd and long from the 42. If they can get some of it, it might give them a chance to go for it on 4th down. Lofts one high and deep. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down. Rice will be forced to send out the punt unit. On his way back from the 20. Everybody stays in their lanes well enough, and they stop him at the 31-yard line. Opening snap of this drive comes from the 31-yard line. Single back formation, and they give it to him. Got enough for the first. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45.
Yeah, and there you go again. Ohio State bringing the ground game. They typically do that, Reese. That's pretty normal for them.
They've built their entire program around it. Archie Griffin, 2-time Heisman Trophy winner. You go back to Hopalong Cassidy. I mean, the Buckeyes love to run the ball, no matter how many times they spin the magic beat. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. They'll leave it with him. And they pick up the first down in what might be the last play here in the first quarter. Well, guys, Ohio State has the lead here. And they were able to build that lead into double figures. Let's take a quick look at our early stats before we move on. Going to need to step up to make sure this one doesn't get out of hand as the second quarter is about to get underway. First play of the period, first down here. Running back searching for a hole. Picks up the first down, still moving. And you race it to the house. Touchdown, Buckeyes!
All you can say is how impressive has this team been at home today in all 3 facets of the game. Their defense has been outstanding. We've seen some plays in special teams, and the offense continues to deliver, showing off all of the playmakers and all of the versatility they have on that side of the football. This could not be better here in the first half for the home team.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And with the extra point, they're up 21-0. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Auburn is in serious trouble right now. I hope that coach is renting and not buying there on the Plains, because that could be a bad investment. They're trailing by 14 to Miami. We are the eyes and ears of the college football fan, and we've got you covered all day here in studio, guys.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. He'll do it himself. At the 35, he's open. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45.
This is an offense that can move the sticks in a whole lot of different ways. Now you're seeing it on the option here. Great job by the quarterback. Reading the defense, there's nobody there taking him, so he puts his foot in the ground, he gets upfield, and he's got really nice elusiveness once he's out in the open field. He shows you that on that explosive play, picking up the first.
Pulls and throws off the RPO. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
bells and whistles have got to be going off in this quarterback's head now. It's 3rd and long, so you know you're expecting pressure. You got to know where your hot routes are. You got to be able to read the coverage and make sure you get this football out of your hands quickly to not take a sack or worse, turn the football over.
To the air. It's very air. Fires to the wideout. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't hook up.
It's amazing to think just how confident this offense was coming into this game. They thought they were going to go up and down the field throwing the football in this one. That has not been the case. They have not yet scored a touchdown in this one. They just threw an incompletion on 3rd down now, looking like they may have to punt. This offense has got to find their rhythm, but you've got to wonder about their confidence at this point of the game.
Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. Everything's been working so far. They've had it 3 times, reached the end zone on each occasion, and now they're back to work. Starts a drive trying to go up top. Flips it out to the back. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. The Buckeyes want to move quickly. Guys, let's talk for a minute about Ohio State. What an offseason in the recruiting department, reeling in a top 10 class, and you got to think that's going to help.
Man, yeah, it's just nice when you get some recruiting and some excitement, right? Get a top 10 class. You know the talent is really, really good. The young talent pushes the older talent, Jesse, and it just makes the squad obviously so much better.
And with that top 10 class, they really feel like they were able to reload the roster, and they think they've got some impact freshmen in this class as well. Can't wait to see what they do today. Really nice job by the defense, keeping everything in front of you in that situation and rallying to the football, and now you're rewarded with 3rd and long. So we'll see on this next play if they do the same thing here or if they sell out and bring the blitz.
On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Got his man downfield. Flying out to the left. At the 20. Touchdown, Ohio State. He broke away from the defense and they couldn't catch him.
Well, this thing's turning into a rout, and it's turning into a rout quickly. Really nice job by the offense there, but it's not just them. Their defense is getting it done. Their special teams are getting it done, and it just feels like they're really feeding off of this home crowd and their energy. This has been the definition of home field advantage in this football game.
Ready to try the point after. And the extra point makes it 28-0. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they finish with a huge play in the passing game, covering 75 yards to house it. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Rice has the ball back, and they're ready to send the offense back to the field. After 3 consecutive punts, we'll see if they can dial up something that can get this offense moving forward. Back to throw, it's Verrier, using the quick game. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
The thing I like about this slot receiver, he's really intentional in his route running. The quarterback always knows exactly where he's going to be on the field. They've got great chemistry together.
He'll ride his man on the option. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to...
He lofts it high and deep down the left side. Grabs it inside the 15. He's there to make the stop, but not before. He sets up this offense 1st and goal from the 7. Defense is backed up. Shadow of the goalpost trying to defend their own end zone. They'll go to the air. Trying to find the end zone. They've got it down to the 3-yard line. Really well done on that throw and catch. Now it's 2nd and goal. He'll keep it himself. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Rice.
I know it's early this year, but it's obvious this guy is a focal point in this offense. After having 2 touchdowns in his first game, he gets on the board here. Doesn't matter where he lines up, they find ways to get him the football, and defenses just have not been able to figure him out.
Lining up for the PAT. The extra point is good, but they're still down 28-7. They put together a 5-play, 75-yard drive. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute it.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
Pressure coming. Makes the catch. He'll get it up to about the 32-yard line before he stopped, and it'll be first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. To the ground with the back. They stop him cold. Maybe gets a yard to the 34.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
They'll move the wide receiver. Got it in the middle. It's late. And it is a good idea to gang tackle. First guy couldn't get him. Second guy finally did. We're at the 2-minute timeout. They've built a big lead, and they'll try to pile on a little more before the break. The Buckeyes come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on first down. That's caught. It's Wilkins. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. And the Buckeyes can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Here comes the heat. And the quarterback runs out of time, and down he goes at the 38. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Here's a hit. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
And that's a play on third down. This offense just has to do a better job protecting their quarterback. Give them a split second more time to complete that throw, but they couldn't do it there.
The Buckeyes will line up to punt it away. They'll boot it into the night sky for the first time. Was looking for more running room, but found nothing but more tacklers. He's down at the 24. Rice takes over the Owls, ready to get that offense cooking again. They find themselves in a pretty deep hole here, but maybe a chance to grab a little momentum and regroup at halftime.
Yeah, a big chance. Like this is an opportunity. This is the biggest opportunity in front of them in the game right now. You got to get some points on the board. You got to create something positive, Jesse. There hasn't been a whole lot to be positive about in the first half.
If I'm playing quarterback, I'm locating my go-to guy at receiver. Who can I count on one-on-one to go and make me a play? Maybe even one-on-two. Who can go up, catch the ball, get us some yards?
Here we go. They'll try to get something on the board here in the final minute of the first half. They'll try the run. He now has 84 yards rushing already here in the first half. It's a season opener, but he's in midseason form.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in second and short, not a good job by this defense.
The give to the lone running back. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is.
Holding.
So that penalty is going to cost them the first down as they back up, and now it's second down. Just enough time for one final play in this half. Gonna swing it on second down. Catch in the middle. It's Wilkins. They make the stop, and that is the end of the first half. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Fellas, looks like we've got a great one going down in Columbus today. And this has just been a passing clinic, really, by both offenses. They've effectively stretched these defenses, forcing the secondaries to cover every blade of grass, and they've still racked up big plays. Man or zone, pick your poison, or lay some blame at the feet of those pass rushers who can't do anything against the maulers on that offensive line. Time to put an end to the speculation and find out. They're inside the horseshoe.
Thanks for that breakdown, Kevin. The Owls will kick it off to start the second half. And he hauls it in, and everybody's on the edge of their seats. Nice job by the kicker.
And your Ohio State Buckeyes will take over. First and 10.
The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. If it's working, why change it? And that running game was working in the first half. I imagine we'll see a lot more of it here in the third quarter.
And you just know the offensive line was telling their coordinator, put this on us. Let us continue to go out there, push these guys around. We can put this game on our back and end this thing by running the ball.
And this is a manhood question for this defense. Like, as a defensive lineman, and you're pounding the rock, like, I got to physically rise to this challenge. This defense has to play more inspired and more physical in the second half.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Power football with the run. Gets it out to the 20 after a pickup of 4.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical. They're trying to stay on the field.
Third down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most.
Yeah, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmies and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
They go to the ground. Sweet cut there. Got the first down and more. Out to the 36-yard line after gaining 10 on that one. The Buckeyes are on the move. To the ground, he's got it again. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Looking to fire. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a third down stop.
Well, the defense was trailing going in at halftime, and I think they made some adjustments against the run. They want to slow this guy down. That's a really nice start to the second half if you're on defense.
Makes a catch, converts on fourth down, is still on his feet.
That tells you a lot about their confidence in this quarterback. Fourth down early in the game on your own end, and you go for it, but when you make decisions and throws like that, it's easy to see why.
Under fire. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
Well, if this offense is going to win this game, and down the road, if they're going to reach the college football playoff and hope to win a national championship, they have got to keep this quarterback clean. Couldn't do it on that last play.
Gets it all the way inside the 20-yard line to the 19 before being hauled down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And the Buckeyes will snap it on 1st and 10. This time they'll go to the running game. He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity. He has 89 yards rushing, and he's making his presence felt in this first game. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Buckeyes! Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the
Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. How about the way they attacked the last time they had the ball, mixing run and pass and winding up in the end zone, Jesse?
That's why recruiting is so important. They've got weapons at every skill position on the field. Any of these guys is dangerous if they touch the football. Let's see what they do on this drive, David.
And so, Palmer, I got to take away something. I can't let them have everything and have success. I got to be aggressive against the run or play for the pass. I can't give them everything.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. And now this offense tries to figure out a way to move the chains after the 2nd down misfire. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Quick completion on the out. That'll get the job done and move the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 45. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And of course he said the open one, but we know who he really wants to go to on 3rd down.
The best one. I mean, I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
Just gets rid of the football, nobody to throw it to. It'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Motion from the wideout. Off play action. Here's the pressure. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion.
And as an offense, you've got such a special talent playing QB. You've got to do a better job protecting him. If you can let this guy set his feet, he can light this defense up.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Wants to throw again. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. The Buckeyes will call on their punt team. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Fair catch is made inside his own. They go back to work in the final period of this one.
Military stop.
Wants to throw on 1st down. Fires to the big fella. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
Well, they're able to find the tight end for an easy completion, but good job tackling, not allowing him to get the 1st down.
They're going back to the ground. Got enough for the 1st down and wants more. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
And I think as a running back, if you're this guy, you're licking your chops right now. This is what you want, right? You've got a big lead in the 4th quarter, and you're smiling because you know you are going to get the rock. They're going to force feed you the football to try and ice this game, and he's paying him off right now. That's a really nice run.
Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down.
I'm a little bit surprised they're still throwing the football here this late in the game with this kind of lead. They're on first down, taking a shot, falls incomplete, but obviously seeing matchups that they want to take advantage of in the back end of this defense, so they're letting it fly.
From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole, and he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be first and goal. The Buckeyes are moving quickly down the field. They'll run it on first and goal. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line.
Brings up second and goal.
Looking for just one more yard. It's second and goal. Ready. Tries again to get it in. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. They'd love to make this short field pay off with a touchdown instead of settling for 3, but it is third and goal. Barrels ahead. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Ohio State.
Well, I think this home environment was just too much for their opponents to handle. There's been
Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. They had this thing in a hammerlock at halftime, and now they are really ratcheting up the pressure, David.
And I tell you what, this offense doesn't have to change a thing, Palmer. They've done what they wanted in the first half and starting off the second half in the same fashion.
And I like how they're letting different guys get involved, too. They've got so many different playmakers all over the field.
Here comes the offense on second down. To the air, it's Madden. And his first pass is incomplete. It's tough to come in and fire one early.
Yeah, and you just wonder if the defense now is taking out some frustration. Obviously, they've been getting lit up all over the place. And that time, they finally gave it back to the offense there. Really nice, big, clean hit. This defense needs a little bit more of that as the game goes on.
And a nice grab with a defender right on him, and he's down at the 20. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practiced, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these third down situations.
They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. They'll run it to keep this clock grinding. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here.
A lot of times on second down, you're thinking pass, especially second, maybe in a little bit long. Really good job by the offense, committing to the running game, getting the first down really easily.
And the Buckeyes will try to punch it in on first and goal. Wide receiver going in motion. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
And that's a good stop for this defense. And listen, there hasn't been a lot of positive today, but let's finish this game strong. I think that'll be the message from the defensive coordinator. Can we get a stop? Can we get them off the field? I know lots went wrong, but this living.
And they're going to put another one into the end zone as they just keep piling points on the scoreboard.
And everybody's getting in on the fun now for this offense. From the opening whistle, they have been up and down the field. Starters are scoring. You've got...
They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. Complete to start this drive. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
And offenses nowadays, they're really just counting numbers. How many guys do you have out wide? How many guys do I have out wide? If I have enough guys to block your guys, boom, it's just built into the offense. Pitch, catch, let me get a few yards.
And not much going on downfield. You just get rid of it and live to play another down.
And how about this offense? They're not worried about the clock. They're not worried about the score. They're not worried about early and down. Still trying to execute their offense. Still trying to make big plays. And they've had a great day so far.
They couldn't make the connection on second down. Now a 3rd and 7 to keep the drive alive. They'll stop him at the 24, and that brings up 4th down.
And I'm a fan of this, man. Run the football, eat the clock. We got the lead. This offense has put together a nice day, man. Like, just balance, rhythm, timing, play calling, everything has worked. That's why they've built this lead. They've had a great day today.
We waited so long to start the season, and just the way you want to start, getting that first victory.
And the first games are